Classical dance, particularly Bharatanatyam, has been practiced professionally as well as academically from ancient times in Karnataka, with its capital then located in the courts of Mysore. It is evident from Kannada literature, inscriptions, and paintings. All the evidences point to there being a rich tradition of dance in Karnataka through the centuries till the present day. The Chalukyan sculptures of Badami and Aihole proclaim the sculptures of Karnataka had a good knowledge of the Natya Shastra in the 5th century itself. Classical dancing was studied as a regular course at the great universities of Tahalakadu, Talagunda, and Bulgavi between the 4th and 13th centuries. Karnataka's royalty not only patronized the art form but also themselves danced like the great dancer queen Shantala of the Hoysala Empire. The Madanika Shilabalike sculptures of the famed Halabid and Belur temples were built during the Vijayanagara Empire. The Vijayanagara Empire boosted up all arts during its golden ages after the fall of the Vijayanagara Empire. The art of dance was nurtured by the Devdasis or temple dancers. Later on, in the erstwhile state of Mysore, came a resurgence of all art forms under the Wadiyar dynasty. It became a great seat of learning and patronage to all kinds of art and artists. Bharatanatyam in Karnataka reached its peak during this period. Kantivira Wadiyar organized a Bharatanatyam school in Srirangapatnam, while Chikkadevaraja Wadiyar wrote 2 dance dramas, Geet Gopala and Saptopadaki. During Krishna Raja Wadiyar's reign, a distinct style began to emerge, which is now known as the Mysore style. Krishna Raja Wadiyar, 1799 to 1868, was a scholar patron of the arts and contemporary of great trinity of Carnatic music, Muthuswami Dikshitar, Shyama Sastri, and Tyagaraja, and also of the Tanjore quartet, consisting of the 4 brothers Ponaiya, Chinnaiya, Sivanandan, Vadivelu, who gave a Margam format to the Bharatanatyam solo recital. Under his patronage, musicologists and dance experts migrated from several parts of South India to make Mysore an epicenter of music and dance. Their combined efforts to develop and refine the dance resulted in what came to be known as Mysore Bharatanatyam. Chamarajendra Wadiyar, 1868 to 1901, who succeeded Krishna Rajendra, continued the patronage and brought Chinnaiya to his court, where the latter not only composed several varnams and tilanas suited to dance, but also influenced to a great extent the dance teachers and musicians of the court. His fondness for Javalis earned him the nickname Javali King. It was during his rule that Jatti Tayamma introduced the new technique Jararu. Hence, the indigenous tradition of dance took in other traditions to arrive at a continuous stream of dance art in Karnataka. In the past 2 centuries, the 19th and 20th, Mysore has produced many illustrious dance teachers like Mugura Suvarna, Amritappa, Dasappa, Bangalore Kitappa, Gundappa, Kolar Putappa, and great dancers like Amritamma, Coimbatore Thai, Nagaratamma, and incomparable Jatti Tayamma, and her disciple, the great Venkata Lakshma. Alongside the palace dancer, the Asthana Vidushis, existed the temple dancers or Devdasis like Rangamma and Jijamma, a veritable galaxy of dancers with high standards of technical excellence and profound scholarship. Krishna Raja Wadiyar, the 4th, 1901 to 1940, continued the dance rituals in the palace through the Devdasi system had been abolished in the temples. Though the Tanjore tradition and Kanchipuram traditions of Bharatanatyam had mingled with the local modes of dance, the Mysore school, encompassing all these artists of the state, had a distinct flavor of its own. The Jatti Tayamma school excelled in Abhinaya with an exceptional observance of the Puraranga Vidhi. The performance used to be packed with shlokas, ashtapadis, Padams and Javlis from Geet Govinda, Amara Shataka, Niti Shataka, Mukundamala, and also many Kannada compositions of rare beauty. The Jatti Thayyamma school comprises of vast repertoire of Abhinaya. The Purva Ranga Vidhi was elaborate and followed the rules laid down in the Natya Shastra. The dancers at the court stood behind the musicians before commencing the dance. They paid obeisance to their guru and musicians and then came around to start their performance. Along with being good singers, the dancer was also proficient in Sanskrit and Sahitya. She would sing a Churnika in Raga Arabi in praise of Rangadi Devata, stage goddess, or Natya itself in other gatherings. After the Churnika, a Sabhavadana, salutation to the audience, or Sabhavandana shloka and a Natya Pramahansa shloka from the play Malvika Kagnamitra of Kalidasa were regularly sung, and a Pushpanjali shloka came at the end of it. Then they danced a Ganapati Sabdam or other Sabdams instead of an Allah Ripu. As the Mysore dancers were influenced by the presence of Chinnaya, one of the brothers of famed Tanjore quartet, they used to perform Jatiswarams, Sabdams, Varnams and Tilanas, which were similar to any Tanjore style dancer. The whole performance would be danced without any break. When it came to Abhinaya numbers, Geet Govinda, Kshetrajna Padams, Javalis in Kannada and Telugu shlokas of Amara, Krishnamritam, Mukundamala, Bharathari, Niti Shataka, all such poems by the Dasarakuta composers and vachanas of various poets, composers like Raja Vilasa used to be danced. Devarnamas, kritis of several well-known composers like Muttaya Bhagavatar, Mysore Sadashiva Rao, Mysore Vasudevacharya were also added to the repertoire. It is here in the Abhinaya that the flavor of Mysore was very much evident. The dancers nearly always rendered a shloka before a padam, which came as a prelude in the same mood, or a kanda padhya before a javli, when suggested in particular naika, mood of the heroine of the javli. The jaru adavus, slide or rest steps, which embellished the javlis, were very peculiar and made the javli lively and crisp. Sitting and doing abhinaya was also very common, with the dancers themselves singing the lyrics. The Sadir of the Tanjore quartet got assimilated into the already existing mode of dancing in Mysore, as Chinnaya lived at the court of Mysore for a while. Therefore, most of the Bharatanatyam items performed were of the Tanjore quartet. But the Abhinaya numbers showing the lyrical beauty of the great composers were different, innumerable and special, even in the Adavus. The lyrical beauty of movement can be seen. The Mysore Bani was known for flowery hand gestures using Ala Padmas and Kadaka Mukha more than geometrical and linear ones like Pataka and Tripataka. Historically, it was the king of Ganga dynasty who had won over Odisha in the 12th century. Jayadev lived in the court of Ganga king Lakshman Sena, hence the Mysore dancers rendered Ashtapadis and Shlokas of Geet Govinda much before anyone else did. There are a lot of similarities in hand gestures and movements between Mysore style of Abhinaya and Odissi Abhinaya. The Tribhangi is also employed to enhance the beauty of rendering in the Mysore school. The Mysore Bani had less focus on Nrita, hence Abhinaya was more developed. A great Abhinaya artist, she was daughter of Dasappa, a wrestler engaged in the palace during the time of Krishna Vadiyar. Apart from learning music, she learnt Nrita part of dance from Subrayappa and further training in Abhinaya from Asthana Vidwana Kavishwar Garayappa. She learnt Telugu Javalis and Padams from Chandrasekhara Sastri and Kannada songs and Javalis from Kari Basappa Sastri, known as Abhinava Kalidasa. She was appointed palace dancer at age of 15. As Thayyamma had a sound footing in Sanskrit, she drew largely from Amaru, Krishna Karnamritam and Geet Govinda and Kalidasa's work for Abhinaya. She introduced Churnika in dance, that is a prologue in Sanskrit describing the achievements of Bharat Muni. She had a wealth of choice javalis and padams both in Telugu and Kannada, and later she composed javalis even while performing. During the time of Chamaraj Wadiyar, Thayyamma gave up dancing for a while she was justified with certain policies of the management. When Wadiyar held an assembly to judge the talents of his palace artists, Jatti Thayamma was invited, though she was no more a palace artist. She was given only half an hour to perform, but held the audience spellbound for 3.5 hours. The king reinstated her in the palace and rewarded her richly. Thayamma learned from the Hindustani music from artists visiting the palaces and rendered thumris in Abhinaya to the accompaniment of sarangi and tabla. She is said to have performed them with a ghungat in keeping with the North Indian style of dance. Thayamma believed that Rasa Abhinaya was the soul of dance, as the spirit of the art comes from the dancer's heart. So she laid more emphasis on Abhinaya. In 1945, Dr. Radhakrishnan conferred the title Natya Saraswati on her. Thayamma passed away in 1947. Chandru Vadanamma was an excellent dancer and a favorite of Chamaraj Wadiyar. She learned dancing from a visiting artist from Tanjore and perfected her Abhinaya in Mysore. She had a rich repertoire of javlis in Telugu and Kannada, patans of Shetnagya, Jatiswarams, Tellanas and Varnams, both Natya Varnams and Sangeeta Varnams. The Maharaja maintained her at the palace, as she loved to listen to her music with beautiful renderings of Abhinaya. The dance teachers oftentimes would bring their disciples for approval prior to the appearance before the panel of judges at the palace, as she was known for her frankness of opinion. Jatti Thayamma's disciple K. Venkata Lakshma was the only court dancer of Mysore who did not belong to the Devdasi community. She belonged to the Lambani community. She was appointed as a court dancer of the Mysore court when she was only 22 years old and spent 30 years, 1939 to 1969, in that capacity. During that period, she participated in almost all the festivals along with illustrious dancers and musicians of those times who were invited to the court by the royal patrons. It was Veena Bakshi Subanna who recognized her merit and commended her as a worthy student of her renowned teacher Jatti Thayamma. Thus, Venkata Lakshma had the honor of becoming the Asthana Nartaki along with 4 other dancers at the court of Raja Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar, the then ruler of Mysore. She had the privilege of dancing for the coronation and wedding ceremonies of Jaya Chamaraja Wadiyar, himself a great connoisseur, composer and patron of Samskrita, Sahitya and Sangeeta. Venkata Lakshma found a niche for the Mysore school of Bharatanatyam with the exquisite handling of Abhinaya. The nuances were enriched by her in-depth understanding of the musical and literary aspects of the compositions that she presented. In the Mysore style, the recital commenced with Purvaranga Vidhi, a customary invocatory number followed by Jatiswaram, Sabdam, Varnam, Padam. Venkata Lakshma's artistry had developed in a methodical process of learning of not only the prayoga aspects of the art, but also the essential sources like the study of Sanskrit, Sahitya and most important, vocal music from stalwarts of the times like Asthana Vidwana Devendrappa. She also underwent formal education up to class 8. Coming out of the palace environs in 1969, Venkata Lakshma presented memorable performances, offered teaching programs and served in prestigious positions like the head of dance departments in the Faculty of Arts at the University of Mysore. Her students include M. Shakuntala, Dasappa Keshava and Esther Jaini, Lalita Srinivasan, Vidya Ravishankar, Aparna Sindhur and Mala Shashikant. The Mysore Palace encouraged dance, as did Baroda. These were royalties which had interest in dance and music and thus invited many great gurus from far and wide, especially South India. Guru Gundappa remains the architect of what is today hailed to be the Mysore Bani or style. He studied under his maternal uncle Kittappa, also called Kittanna, so as not to be confused with or mistaken for the Tanjore Kittappa Pillai Guru. And his mother, Jatti Thayamma, was also dedicated as a Devdasi at the Parthasarathi temple, Neelamangala. Today, Neelamangala is an industrial suburb of Bangalore. Gundappa Guru taught most of the dancers who danced at the palace and also on special occasions like the famous Dasera. The palace benefited by inputs of 3 dance gurus, Guru Gundappa, his uncle Kittappa, also called Kittanna, and Guru Puttappa.